We love hip hop.
I got something a little somber before we get back to something a little light. The Yorkdale shooting that happened the other day. Just to give you guys a little bit of context before I play the video, it was this guy who they call Relly. He's from the Sick Thugs, right? Sick Thugs, infamous crew from Regent Park. They used to actually have like an issue with like the old school Regent Park guys, like the Point Blank guys.
Okay.
And then like from there, the Sick Thugs kind of took over Regent Park after a while, right? There's like Big Salute to Turk. He's out there. He's one of the Sick Thugs. Tyke, crazy incidents that he's been in. He got arrested in Aruba for a wild murder. And this guy here really is one of his family members, I think. Right?
Holy.
So there's going to be a couple questions I ask you guys after I play this clip here. So this is from the arrest over at Yorkdale Mall.
Moving evening here as Toronto police officers confirm a suspect wanted in connection with this shooting has been arrested. Now, in the hours that we've been here, this area has been flooded with police officers and special constables all responding to this homicide investigation. And emergency crews were called here to the Yorkdale Go Bus terminal just after 7 p.m. for
We love hip hop.
on board a bus here at the terminal. Now, we've been told officers were able to get here very quickly and attempted life-saving measures, but they, along with paramedics, were unable to revive the victim. Now, before we were escorted off the property, we were able to see a bus at one of the platforms taped off, and that bus had its wheelchair door wide open. Now, we don't know the circumstances leading up to this incident, but Toronto police did put out a suspect description shortly after this happened, saying they were looking for a man in his 20s, around 5'8", last seen in gray clothing. Now,
so this is like the clip right from before they showed the arrest, the actual arrest, but they did show the arrest and stuff like that. One thing, and I don't even need to play the arrest, right?
No, I was just gonna say, like, you know, when they were giving the description, I feel like they're so like try to be politically correct. There was no like racial or ethnic description.
Yeah.
Like a man 5'8" in gray pants.
I hate when they do that shit.
Like,
They also said fake fur.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
they're suspects.
one of my questions to you guys, right, is Yorkdale Mall. Okay, because I'm gonna take it away from the Sick Thugs and the Pollies and all that type of stuff, right? Because we ain't trying to get into that. What's up with Yorkdale Mall, man? We might have to have a conversation about that area. I know it was on the Go Bus and stuff like that, but there was a murder that happened few months back in 2025. Mans get their chains snatched over there. Like, I know it's a high-end, it's quote-unquote high-end mall, but low-key is one of the more dangerous malls in Toronto. Can we agree with that?
I mean, just based on the track record, you could argue that. But yo, things happen at Eaton Center. Things happen at Scarborough Town Center. I don't necessarily
at the rate of Yorkdale Mall.
I don't know the stats on it, and you're right that, you know, Yorkdale is like one of the higher end malls. It's not like a Fairview or, you know, Eglinton Town Center or whatever. But I honestly don't know. It could be the area. There's like, it's not too far from
Jungle's right down the road,
right?
But it's like geographically, what else hoods is close to that? Because it's what, Yorkdale and
Yorkdale 401.
Is there any hoods by Eglinton and Dufferin?
I think so. I feel like people in the comments will be like, "You guys don't know such and such is right there." Like, we don't know, man, but there might be. You know what I'm saying?
What about Lawrence Heights?
Lawrence Heights is right down the road.
Right by,
but you're telling me it's all jungle mans that are going to making the place weak,
Lawrence Heights
fam?
is jungle.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're telling me it's I can't just think it's only jungle guys that are going there just having the place crazy, fam. Because even the Relly guy, he's not from jungle. He's from Regent.
I mean, I think I'm going to be super reaching with this opinion. Let me know if it could be like cap or not.
I'm down for
just
reach.
trying to like speculate, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of people who are involved in crime often have a lot of money and they'll want to splurge on luxurious
That's what I was
goods.
thinking as well.
Certain stores that you can only access at Yorkdale.
True.
Perhaps there could be an affiliation there.
And like, because if you don't go to Yorkdale, you have to go to like Yorkville, like that Bloor Street strip.
Yeah.
And it's more congested. It's gonna be harder to kind of like get out. So maybe like Yorkdale is like if you want to rob somebody, you know what I mean? There's a highway right there. You know what I mean?
True.
There's more routes to kind of like get away rather than like
Even the
big
Eaton Center.
Eaton Center, which is like prime downtown.
Mhm.
Everything's congested, traffic, you're stuck. You're not really getting away from that.
And
Yeah.
higher end customers at Yorkdale. Also, they have a centralized parking lot, right? Eaton Center doesn't have a parking lot like that.
gotta
Fairview
pay.
does. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you got to pay like underground and then like
Yeah,
across the
yeah.
street. Like it's not right there.
And I feel like Yorkdale is not only is the highway right there, but also the GO bus, the subway.
Well,
There's-
shit, this happened on the GO bus.
You know what I mean? And like, even if you're like on like a mega bus or something,
Mm-hmm.
coming from Montreal or New York or something, Yorkdale is one of those stops too. So like,
Yes.
it is one of those points of like north, south, east, west, no matter where you're coming
Yeah,
from.
and you know what? It's coming back to my
True.
mind now with the Lil Bentley shooting last year, right? That was also, he was about to get on a bus. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
Okay.
right? He was about to get on one of those buses also.
Mm.
So, or it was somebody who came off the bus or something. I don't remember exact details, but
Yeah.
something with the bus station being there, like what you said, the proximity to the highway. Also, we do have to factor in that like Lawrence Heights Jungle is just right down the road,
Yeah.
so there
Yeah.
is a hood, right? But
TTC as well.
yeah,
Because I'm trying to think like STC, you can access Go buses from STC.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Right?
But like, what's over there? You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of like if I were to like do a e-food at STC, like when I'm going Hot Topic.
one happened the other day, like last year, like later in the year. It was well, yeah, no, but still, it happened randomly. The youth, the Indian youth that got smoked
Oh
in the
yeah,
washroom,
STC, yeah.
right? But to be honest, even though it's Scarborough and everybody else, you know, when you hear Scarborough, people think, oh my God.
There's not pure hoods over there.
And it's far and few in between when shit happens over at STC, fam.
Yeah.
I've been hearing about, and this is the thing that are reported on the news. The stuff that's not reported on the news that goes down over at Yorkdale Mall, fam. Like, bear mans get jammed over there, fam.
And a lot of like high schools are in that area too. So a lot of those YNs are like, that's their, oh, let's all go meet by Yorkdale.
They
So
might need to
enough
do something
bangouts
about
and
that,
shit.
bro.
Jewelry stores as well getting
Yes.
robbed. I think that happens a lot at Yorkdale.
We have to do something about all the robberies at Yorkdale.
No, well, fam,
OG
like,
the
still.
youngins.
You're
they're
OG.
making it like it's a hot spot, fam. Like, maybe I'm getting old.
But
To
no, you're
add
right.
some more boy them or something.
Because it is supposed to be one of our tourist attractions, and we want
Yeah.
our tourists to come out to Toronto and feel safe. Remember when little TJ was out here and Top 5 was over there trolling
They
him?
ran up on him at freaking Yorkdale Mall.
In Turkey, when you go to a mall, the first thing that happens is that you go through a scanning point. Like it's like in their security, you got to put your bag in this. They scan it through. We should have maybe enhanced security if this continues to be a problem. But I feel like we were saying about like the M rates for last year, like
yeah.
it might feel exacerbated, but maybe ultimately it's not that bad.
'Cause
Sorry, you go.
I do want to say, like, with all the resources that are available, will you guys think that criminals do crime, or especially like to this magnitude? Do you think in their mind they're like, I know I'm gonna get caught, but it's worth it? Because I think that like if I'm going to do something on the Go bus, because Metrolinx is connected to this, I'm sure they're gonna add resources to like the local police and everything. Like it's not
Cameras.
just like a street side, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
at a major mall on the Go bus, like I feel like the city is gonna put extra resources into it to make sure that the person is found culpable.
Yeah, it's
they
like they
caught him.
want you to know.
Yeah, and they caught him in like 48 hours, bro.
So do you think that mans are doing this like in the mindset of like I'm probably gonna get caught, but this doing this act is worth it type shit?
The way you explained it right there, it would have to be, but I don't think that that's the mind state going in. I think everybody thinks they're going to get away with their M. They go home, they try to change their clothes, they try to burn cars, do all this shit, and it don't work.
But like to Natural's point, like I feel like it can only be two options. It's either super calculated in that sense where you're very aware of what's going to happen, or was an impulsive kind of crash out that you weren't even thinking about
You
the
saw him and it
consequences.
was on site.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that could be it.
Yeah, and to go back to your point where you're saying about the like 38 murders that we have in our city and stuff like that, it goes back to what we were saying last week. We know about all of this because it's it's part of our subset. I know homie You know what I'm saying? If I recollect right, I think I might have been on range with him back in like 2010 or something like that.
Yeah, the city had a long rap
He's
sheet.
like, he's 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? So like, it goes back to like, yeah, when I seen him on the news, I'm like, oh, I know this person. Or I know his family, or I know what he, you know, I explained the whole Sick Thugs thing. So
I've had a few of those ones where I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, yo.
but if we were in Chicago, how many of them were we gonna know out of 416?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, RIP to whoever passed away on the scene over there. And I don't know. I have a hard time giving salutes. Obviously, salute to the Sick Thugs, but like I don't support murder. So I'm sorry.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.